If you are scaling an online business based on your personal brand, your content plays a major role whether people like you, buy from you, or not. If at the moment you're creating so much content that nurtures people and you're not even shy about selling, so you invite people to buy your coaching or your courses, and sales are not at the level you know they should be, because when people give you money, they pay you, they get amazing results. There's a disconnect that not many people talk about. And after generating more than $1.5 million selling coaching and online courses with my wife over the past few years, I want to talk to you about the major content shift that you should adopt if you want your content to start converting and pre-selling your offers without so much struggle. The biggest trap when creating content and trying to scale a personal brand is that you fall into one of these two categories. Either you're creating content as a coach or as a trainer, or you create content as a marketer. My wife and I started with the first category. We were just trying to help people. So as soon as we started our online business idea, we created so much content on YouTube and everywhere, frankly, to just help people. Because the idea was, well, if I just help people learn how to do things, we'll nurture them so that we showcase our abilities on how we can help them, and eventually, when they're ready, they'll buy from us. This hasn't been the truth for us because yes, by being useful to people, you gain followers, you gain lots and lots of views. We have 236,000 followers on the other channel, Lazy Dancer Tips. But we don't have like 236 million sales on the back end because people use us as a resource. And that's been like that for years until we made the switch. We also tested the marketer way. When we started getting some budget to test marketing ideas, maybe hiring agencies to help us out with the marketing, because we weren't marketers, so we needed that side of things to work as well. We tried the other side of the pond. Let's try with direct response marketing. So we created funnels, we created ads campaigns, and we also created content that just sold. I remember the first time we tried to do a webinar with, if you studied Russell Brunson and the perfect webinar framework, you know that you need to carefully craft your hook and then transition into a story, then unpack your method and the steps, and then transition into testimonials and giving a call to action, then more testimonials. We've done all of that as well, and it always felt like chewing rocks because that's not the nature of someone that just wants a help. When you only either create content that nurtures and tells people what to do, people will just abuse you in a way. They'll be thankful to you. They'll send you messages that say, "Thank you so much, it was a great video. Can you actually do a video about this thing now?" And then you become a servant. Now, there's nothing wrong with adding value for free. I love that. I love adding value for free. But if that is the only strategy, you're only going to grow an audience of freebie seekers. On the other hand, if you just focus on selling, pure selling, like direct response marketing selling, you're going to become this pushy person that everybody would just be repelled by. And that doesn't work either. So with that said, let's jump into what we found out is the actual thing that makes people be attracted to you without you pushing and naturally transition into wanting to buy from you. Have you ever asked yourself why people buy from you? And I'm talking about your courses, your digital products, your coaching. In our experience, I feel like there are mainly three reasons why people buy from you. And the first reason is, of course, you need to have a good offer. If your solution meets the demand of your audience, that's as simple as that. You need to have an offer that people can relate to. They need to think, yes, that's exactly what I need. Shut up and take my money. The second reason why people buy from you is because they can connect to you at the human level. It's not just like, oh, it's a transaction, let me buy this course from this random person. They, especially now, 2026, when We went through the wave of online marketing through COVID, people buying courses from any stranger just because they thought they were legit. Now we want connection. We crave connection. So we buy from people that we think we could be friends with. We align with their personality, we resonate with their value, what they stand for, and this is done through content that also shows who you are. And I suggest, if you haven't done content this way, I suggest to highlight the way you carry yourself, the way you do every day, that is of course on brand, that is of course aligned with your personal brand, but that shows people the person behind the brand, who you are. I made the same mistakes for years. Like I didn't think people would care about my life or about me, but then really that's the main thing people care about, connecting with other humans. They want to know what you stand for, if you like family, if you like health, how you carry yourself, how your authority, the way you dress, the way you express yourself. That is something that we totally neglect. We neglected it for so many years. But this is how you connect to people, and that's why people resonate to you and say, yes, that's the person for me. And the third reason why people would buy from you is because they feel understood. Every time we acquire a new client, I ask, what was the thing that made you sign up with us and resonate with us? And they always say the same thing. That video or the thing that you say, it feels like you're describing my days and my months. Like, you don't have to say what you've done. In the way you say it, it makes me feel like you know exactly what I'm going through. And just by looking at where you are right now, feels like I resonate with the life that you have. I want what you have, but because you showed me that you understand how I feel right now, you understand my pain, that was the moment when I thought, yes, you are the person for me. This is what I call embodiment language. You see, there is a difference between telling people how to do something and selling them on a solution if there is no connection in between. If you don't show that you've been through the pain that your audience have been through, if you're constantly showing the best and hiding the rest, people do not understand that you actually went through some problems, some obstacles, because in the obstacles, in the challenges, that's where the learning is found. And if you feel like you know everything, but people don't really perceive how you found out, it just sounds regurgitated. That's why I call it embodiment language. Because by sharing what you've done, you are giving value to people, even if you're not telling them exactly how to do things. You are giving them insights on what they're missing to get to what they want. And that is one of the most crucial parts that we totally neglect in our content, but that is the thing that makes people click and think, okay, I think you get me, and I think you have the solution to my problems. How do I work with you? We generated $1.5 million worth of sales for digital products and coaching. We know content. And because I know that there's nothing like experiencing someone with experience looking at your content and helping you figure the embodiment language for yourself, there's something cool or hot that we are doing on the 24th of March 2026. It's called Messaging Hot Seat. If you want our eyes on your content and help you live tweaking your content for this mechanism, for this new embodiment language to be infused in your content so that you can start seeing sales and attraction of high-ticket clients a bit more effortless, more natural, and start getting the click that you need in your content, you gotta join us. It's free. The link is in the description box below. Join us right now because we are almost there and we need you there. So let me ask you a question now. When you look at your content, at your channel, Instagram profile, Facebook profile, doesn't matter the platform, what do you see you are doing mostly? You are doing nurture content because you want to help people a lot, you want for them to get results in advance, or you feel like you're maybe a little bit salesy because you are pushing all the time, maybe a combination of the two. Where do you feel you're lacking? Maybe you're not showing your personal life as much. Maybe you're not showing the way you are as much, your humor or your seriousness or your quirkiness. what do you think it's unbalanced in your content? Because I assure you, until you have the full picture, it won't click. And I feel like this mirror is crucial for you at this point, because your content is your best resource to attract the right people that will resonate with the right offer at the right price and respond to your call to actions when you have some.